Hello everyone and welcome to Big Box of Books. This week's story is Loud, Daniel O'Dowd by Julie Fulton. So, it is 5:05 p.m. on a Wednesday and I'm very sorry for the late upload. I'm hoping this will be uploaded before bedtime so it will be a lovely bedtime story for you. Anyway, on with the story.
Loud Daniel O'Dowd. What a nice spotty background.
Daniel O'Dowd was ever so loud, he shouted wherever he went. At the zoo the chimps cried when his mouth opened wide and the elephant hid in his tent. When he shouted at school, his teacher Miss Poole wrapped a big woolly scarf round her head. She declared, I've no doubt, if you stopped shouting out, you'd hear something useful instead. The class went to visit Professor McWisit. He built things like airports for bees, mad machines to cut hair, an invisible chair, and a telescope made out of cheese. Daniel shouted, yippee, let me look, let me see. All the noise made Miss Poole start to frown. Daniel's shouts grew so loud, they scared all the crowd and made the towers like house fall down. Daniel screwed up his face and looked up into space. He saw satellites, planets and stars. Then he shouted in shock, I can see a huge rock and it's racing towards us from Mars. Professor McWisit said, hang on a minute, I've a rocket I made from a clock. If I send Daniel out and he gives a big shout, I think he could shatter the rock.
Whoopee!
Daniel clambered on board, the engines all roared, and the rocket shot way up high. It zoomed past the moon, a spaceship, and soon it was next to the rock in the sky. Daniel gave a loud shout, the noise echoed about, but the rock simply shuddered and twitched. So he shouted lots more than ever before, and BANG! The rock burst into bits.
The professor said, wow, you can stop shouting now, I'll explain how to fly back to Earth. But the boy didn't hear what was said in his ear, he was cheering for all he was worth.
The rocket sped on and soon it was gone many miles from young Daniel's hometown. When he saw with affright the Earth vanish from sight, Daniel cried, I want to get down!
He bellowed and yowled, he hollered and howled, till his face was a bright rosy red. Then he thought of Miss Poole and her listening roar, I mustn't shout, I must listen instead.
Good idea, Daniel.
The professor said, quick, pull the red control stick. Daniel pulled it as hard as he could. The rocket swung round and flew back to the ground, right where the lighthouse had stood.
Woo!
Daniel O'Dowd was no longer so loud, his adventure had made it quite plain. I will listen lots more, I won't shout like before, unless Earth needs saving again. The end.
So,
A very quick story this week. I hope you liked it. Please keep watching my videos, keep sharing, keep commenting, do all of those lovely things for me. I appreciate them and I am really looking forward to sharing some big news with you soon.
dun, 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 dun.
Bang!